Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Imagine writing a speech to address a few hundred people and then accidentally highlighting and deleting it 10 minutes before. I had to scramble to try and remember what I was going to say, so forgive me. A few days ago, a friend of mine who is an exclusively classical ballet dancer joked that she didn't do contemporary dance because she doesn't like the idea of wiggling on stage to funny music. It was the funniest thing I'd heard all week. It was a bit reductive, though. But if dance isn't just wiggling on stage to funny music, what is it? I grappled with this for a few days, and I came to thinking that, in essence, dance and art in general is our most powerful language. A physical and visual language that can hold and convey the most sacred and solemn emotions we possess, and also the most crimson and obscene impulses that possess us. Dance is a language, and I think we've seen it all here tonight, of unbridled freedom and the kind of beauty that makes us hopeful in a desperate world. It's the language of prosperity and unity and opportunity. And sometimes it's the language of wiggling on stage to funny music, because that's also okay. This week, dance has created and strengthened an international community of dancers and supporters, patrons, teachers, and even me, a non-dancer, somebody who at some point thought a jeté was a pastry. We've laughed, and we've cried, we've slipped on the floor, and we've overslept. But we have all done it together, gathered in the Western Cape for the purpose of something that elevates our lives and makes the human experience a little bit better. We've also generated some always welcome economic activity in this province, which has expanded the beneficiaries of this community to those who may not even know that we are all here tonight. It's my hope that we have additionally inspired some people to pursue a life in this community. I'm not a dancer, so naturally, having to speak on this stage, I spoke to lots of dancers. And my friend Nick Laubscher said that dance gives him power. He alluded to a kind of consuming sense of being fully possessed of your wild and beautiful humanness in a world that often asks us to compromise our authenticity. I think that is the most incredible thing we can offer to the world, and that's what we have offered this week as the ballet fraternity globally. None of this would have been possible without the support of some incredible patrons, and not least of them being the Western Cape Government's Department of Cultural Affairs and Sport, who gave us the material and practical support to make this happen. They have proved themselves consistently to be friends of the global ballet community, and we are most grateful. This province has, for 11 competitions, been a haven of the arts and of dance and of the SAIBC. It therefore gives me great pleasure to introduce the Western Cape Provincial Minister for Cultural Affairs and Sport, the Honourable Minister Ricardo Mackenzie.
and I'm not going to attempt to dance, so don't worry, you don't have to worry about that. But actually this moment, the elections is done, so I think you heard enough from us as politicians. It's now our turn to govern, and like we do in the Western Cape, govern well. So I actually like to ask DIRK and the judges to come up, because this moment is about them. DIRK, can ask you and the judges to come up. I'm very privileged to have this position. As those of you know, I used to deal with taxis, taxi violence, gangsters. Now I'm dealing with the nice things in life. I can actually bring my daughters with me. I've got two beautiful daughters here. They now been with me on the journey the last month. When I used to deal with the taxis, I couldn't take them to meetings with the taxi industry, as you can imagine. But now I can take them with me. So thank you, Reese and Taurus, for accompanying me the last month. They've been wonderful supporters of me. But I want to thank our judges, DIRK and the team, because these are the guys that make this happen. We as the Western Cape government, we are the enablers of this, and will consistently enable and support the arts, and particularly the creative arts. And I must say, this is a truly international competition. The way you know it's international competition is when they can't pronounce Afrikaans surnames. So thank you very much. We'll remember this evening very well. So DIRK and the team, thank you very much. Thank you for showcasing this for 11 years and more. This is certainly a discipline that we as the Western Cape government will continue to support. In fact, this afternoon I had a wonderful meeting with the Cape Town Ballet. They're turning 90 years this year, and we'll certainly continue. Will support them. So those in the audience, can we also ask you to please support them in their upcoming events? It's incredible that one of the oldest ballet companies in the world in Cape Town. We really are an incredible city. So thank you to all the parents who's been great supporters. You supported your kids, you come out here, and in the heart of winter, it's been raining, it's been terrible the last 7-8 days, roads are closed, but you all are here tonight. So give yourself a round of applause. DIRK and the team, apologies I didn't bring flowers this evening, but you have our support. And thank you for bringing this wonderful show to Cape Town. We love events and we love showcasing greatness. And thank you to all of us and all of our colleagues from around the world who are here this evening. And I want to give our friend a name, but I won't do it on stage. I work in Mitchell's Plain for the last 10 years. So I already got a name for you, but I won't give it here tonight. You don't know what it means. But thank you very much, DIRK. And blessings to all of you and to all our wonderful competitors behind us. And please continue to bring this back to Cape Town. We will continue to support you as the Western Cape government. And yeah, have a wonderful evening. And to everybody, please drive home safely and take care of yourself.